Hello and welcome to part x+5 of my old school RuneScape progress series. This is the elves task that I was working on at the end of my last video. Hopefully you enjoyed the last video, and hopefully you will enjoy this one. But welcome back. I just finished this elves task, which was my 550th in a row, and it gained me 225 points, which is pretty awesome. Let us go to Neve, and we'll get a new task. Fire Giants. Very typical. Hey look, he's my friend. Oh, well now he's not my friend. Oh, right, so I know that I mentioned on my last episode that I streamed for a long time the other weekend, and you'd think that in those 6 hours or whatever, I would have remembered to do at least one goddamn fire run. Fire run? Fire run? Of course, my brain waits until I have the recorder turned on to just, shut down on me. Anyway, you'd think that in that amount of time, I would be able to remember to do a farm run, but I didn't. So I'm going to be doing one now. So here I am in Camelot, or Catherby now. I'm going to be going and buying some plant pot packs, so I don't have to deal with those individually anymore, for these magic seeds I got from the Kraken, as well as I have a ton of Calquat tree seeds that I need to use at some point, but I still have 6 more saplings ready to go. But yeah, I'm going to do a farm run, so if anything interesting happens during this farm run, I will see you then, and if not, I will see you for something else. Alright, it is a brand new day, which means it is time to go and check my magic trees, which are guaranteed to have grown because I protected them by paying the farmer. Although this one I'm not sure about because it said, "You're already paying me, remember?" even though I didn't pay them, so yeah, it looks good. Give me that 13k experience. Give me that 13k experience. Give me that 13k experience. Alright, so after checking those trees, 108k to 96 farming. And this is, I haven't even been doing farming seriously in months and months. I haven't purchased seeds in forever. So, farming, if you have the levels to grow the right trees, it's really fast. But yeah, 108k left, 96 farming, and now I'm going to do a Fire Giants task. Well, I just finished my Fire Giants task, and for 555, I'm going to be doing Jad again. Alright, so I did my Jad task on stream. 556 done in a row now. After Fire Giants, Jad was 555. New task. So earlier when I was doing my farm run, I saw this weed floating way in the air over the compost bin, and I thought that was kind of an interesting glitch, so I just thought I'd share that real quick. Alright, so I'm doing that Bloodvel's task, and I just wanted to do a quick check-in of progress. Look at this, 54k to the next farming level, super close to 96, just from doing Calquats and a couple watermelon and herb runs, and 77.8k to the next Slayer level, so we've been making some pretty crazy progress here. Alright, so I haven't been awake long, so please forgive my voice, but we did just finish the Bloodveld's task that you saw me get, I think 2 clips back. And that was 557 tasks in a row. So I think I'm building up a fair amount of points finally. Let's go ahead and get a new task. That is not the task. Hellhounds. I guess I'm gonna have to do Cerberus because it's the only way I'm ever gonna get a pet. Is actually doing these boss monsters that I've been avoiding. I'm just not very good at Cerberus, but I guess I can try to figure out how to get more kills per trip. Alright, I just completed my farm run with snapdragon herbs and more watermelons, and currently looking at 44k to 96 farming, so even more progress, and that's with 3 of my herbs dying this run, so 96 farming is really not far off, particularly when I can go and check the health of my Calquat tree. I'm not sure when that'll be ready, but I'm guessing I can check that sometime tonight. So yeah, I will see you in the next clip. Look at them fancy ass trees. Rip. Rip. Fucking rip. Alright, I'm about to start up my stream, so apologies if because of that you miss a few gains here. I'm probably going to be doing my Cerberus task on stream to start out. I just wanted to update, I just did the farm run. As you saw, a lot of my shit died, but I'm sitting at 32k to the farm level, so very close still. The Calquat obviously would have brought it down to 20k, which would have been nice, but oh well. And 72k to the next Slayer level, very close with that too. I'm not that great at Cerberus. I need to actually start praying against the ghosts and learning how to do that, so I don't, only get 1 to 2 kills per trip. But that doesn't seem too bad. I watched another guide video just as a refresher, so that should be alright, and hopefully I get something good. Would love a crystal drop. All I've had from Cerberus so far is 1 smoldering stone, which is better than nothing considering the drop rate, because I only killed like 10, but anyway, I will see you in the next clip. Alright, so I streamed for quite a while earlier. I think it was somewhere around 4 hours of RuneScape this evening, and most of what I did on stream was just kill Cerberus, and I didn't even get very far. 77 left. I think I started with just over 100, but it takes a long time and takes a lot of supplies, so I'm here in Nightmare Zone just buying some more snake grass so I can make myself some more prayer potions. Honestly, his average drop I feel like is way below what you invest in supplies and killing him several times. So that's kind of unfortunate, but of course it'll all pay off if I get the pet or if I get, a crystal drop or something. But for the time being, I feel like I'm sinking money into this task. But anyway, I'm down to 37.7k to my next Slayer level, so that's pretty good. So I just wanted to do a quick check-in because I was streaming for a while. But I am just going to be going back and killing some more Cerberus now, I guess. Alright, so I'm really tired because it's like 2 in the morning. I streamed a lot tonight. I actually didn't check the time at OBS before I just ended right now, but I think I streamed for a total of 8 or 9 hours tonight, and that's like after a full day of work, so I'm pretty tired. But I just wanted to do a check-in because I made some really good progress on my Cerberus task. 27 left to go, which means I killed a bunch of them. 3k from my Slayer level. I'm way too tired to get that tonight, but I will get that tomorrow, first thing. And on top of making good progress, I also got some drops. Look, Eternal Crystal on kill count 75, I believe, and then on kill count 83, Jar of fucking Souls. Can you believe it? And I've also had a Smoldering Stone drop, which I used on my Dragon Pickaxe. So in 83 kills, I got 3 rare drops. One of them was super rare. 1 in 2,000 for the Jar of Souls. And all I can think is, why couldn't I have been just a little bit luckier and gotten the Hellhound pet that was 1 in 3,000 instead of this useless jar item? But hey, 2 rare drops in like 7 or 8 kills. And one of them is just a nice addition to my Slayer drop tab that will get sold when I hit 99 Slayer. So definitely had to share that with that was a good update. So I will see you in the next clip, which will take place after hopefully I've gotten some sleep. Alright, get another check-in here because a lot has happened again, mostly on stream. So if you look here, 2105 total level. I did get my 95 Slayer as I knew I was going to. 5k away from my farming level because my Calquat tree still was not grown, otherwise I would have had that by now as well. But next normal farming run, I should be able to get that anyway. But I had a serious bout of streamer luck over the last day or so, just last night and today, because I've been doing a lot of boss Slayer with the Cerberus boss and also with the Smoke Devil, and I got a lot of stuff. So we look at the loot tab now. I got a second Eternal Crystal, another Smoldering Stone. I used the first one on my pickaxe, I think, so don't have another one, but another Smoldering Stone. And then I got a Smoked Battle Staff from the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, and I still have a bunch of kills left in that task. Yeah, 114 more, so got some serious streamer luck coming in. I really wish I could get a pet from either one of them, but I mean, there's still time. We'll see. I think the drop tab is like all of a sudden starting to come together pretty nicely, so yeah. Alright, so I'm doing a little bit more Slayer. I'm on a Greater Demons task now, obviously. And I just wanted to do a quick check-in because I did get 96 farming. I believe that I hadn't shown that in a previous clip because I obviously got that while I was streaming. And yeah, so farming level achieved in addition to the Slayer level. And it's not really important for my progress, but I was killing Greater Demons here on World 361 just a little bit ago. And World 361, if you don't know, is the 2,000 plus total level world. You need 2k total to even log into that world. And so I came down here to this room, started killing Greater Demons, and after about 10 minutes, some asshole in a max cape comes in, and without a word sets up his cannon and just fucking takes over the spot. And I'm not going to name any names. Obviously I saw his username, but if you're watching this, you know who you are. Don't be an asshole. I mean, how long does it take to max out in this game? It's a long time. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours.
And you'd think that that amount of time would be enough for you to learn, manners or courtesy, but I guess not.
So I just completed another Slayer task. I got one... God, what was my task before? Greater Demons, I think. And after that I got Black Dragons. 53 of them. I quickly went and killed the baby Black Dragons in the Slayer Cave here just to knock that out really fast. Not have to deal with a normal Dragons task. And as you can see, I now have Aberrant Spectres as a task, which I don't think I'm going to do. I have 540 points. That's definitely enough for me to be willing to cancel. 140 Cave Horrors. That's another cancel task, I think. Let's try to get something good. Oh, and if you were wondering, 564 tasks in a row. Blue Dragons. Blue Dragons are better than Black Dragons, I guess, but no, I still don't want to do that. Give me a task that's good. How about Kraken or something? Spiritual Creatures. My goodness. I haven't had any of these in ages, and now I get them all back to back. Smoke Devils. Alright, we're going to do Smoke Devil boss again, I guess. Alright, so before I move on and do more Smoke Devil boss, I decided I was going to use up the Dragon Bones I had gotten from drops, as drops from Cerberus. But the first sets of bones I'm going to be using on the Ectofunctus instead of on a Gilded Altar because, one, it gives you more experience than on a Gilded Altar, and two, if you've done the Mauritania Diaries, Robin over there will supply you with buckets of slime and automatically convert a certain number of bones into bone meal per day, depending on which level of the diaries you completed. So each day you can bring bones to him, or you can bring bones with you, claim your slime, and just come and quickly get some prayer experience. And look how fast that is. And of course, for every set of bones you use on the Ectofunctus, you earn yourself further Ecto tokens, which is good for if you ever need to travel to the islands from Port Phasmatis, or if you need to charge up your Bone Crusher. So, just a quick tip, if you've done the Mauritania Diaries, I highly suggest that if you have bones, you bring them here each day, rather than bringing them to the Gilded Altar, because there are a lot of benefits to it. Alright, I lied. I'm actually not going to be going to do the Smoke Devil boss at the moment, because my friend asked me to go and try Corp, and I've never been to Corp before, so he is telling me, as you can see in my private chat here, what to bring. I just bought the Zami Spear because I feel like I should have both the Spear and the Hasta and not switch back and forth between both forms on one. Bought the BGS, and I guess I'm going to try Corp for the first time, so I'll be back with how that went, whether we get a cool drop or whether I fucking die, and both of those things are very possible, so yeah. Alright, so let's do a quick check-in. I just finished going to Corp Beast with my friend and some of his buddies from on TeamSpeak. So if you look here, I got a total of 16 kills. I'd never been to Corp before, and I got 16 of the kills. So we went for a good amount of time, and I was actually doing some work. I just picked up the Zami Spear, the BGS, and ended up getting a fair number of kills. And with the splits, I think, what did I end up with? I ended up with Desert Goat Horns, a few extra sharks, got white berries. We got a couple Onyx Bolts splits, and there's something else I got. Oh yeah, we got a cannonball split as well, so 500 cannonballs each because we were down to 4 men by that point. But even cooler, on my first drop from Corp, I got an elite. So let's go do that elite and see what I can get. All right, so I'm just here doing some cooking. I have some sharks and some monks to cook, and I'm actually running rather low on sharks because of all the bossing and Slayer bossing I've been doing. And on the subject of bossing and doing Slayer, I kind of wanted to know what my kill counts were at for the various Slayer creatures and bosses, because I haven't checked and looked at all of them in a long time. And obviously I'm going for a 99 Slayer, ultimately, along with everything else, and I'm going to kill a lot more, but I think it would be kind of interesting to know what I'm at right now and compare. So, starting at the top, we've got 155 crawling hands. Good times back in the Slayer Tower. I've killed 1 cave bug, so I can only assume that I had to do that for the diaries. Fair number of banshees, it's a shit task. No cave slime, 90 rock slugs. These are all the low-level Slayer monsters that you just hope you don't have to get. Harpy bug swarms, they were never that bad, but you had to carry that lantern with you. Wall beasts and killer watts are 2 of my least favorite Slayer monsters ever, so I'm glad to see that I didn't have to kill very many of those. Basilisks, those were easy. Killed those in the Slayer Cave off of Releka. Infernal Mages were a tough task because they get assigned at a lower level, then you can kind of handle them because they are very accurate with their magic attacks. But alright, now we're getting into the good stuff. 7.5k blood velds. That's a lot of those. That's a good task. Don't skip blood velds. Even if you're a low level, you can safe spot and range blood velds, and they give you good Slayer experience, and you can, stack up some blood runes and get some bones and whatever. Apparently I've killed the same number of Turoth and jellies. It's kind of weird. Zygamites, fuck that task. I blocked that so long ago. Cave Horrors, obviously killed them until I got a mask. Aberrant Spectres is another task that is unpleasant to do, but they have crazy good herb drops. Dust Devils, that's not a very good task, but apparently I've killed a bunch of them. And, 1 in 32k for the D-Chain, and pretty much everything else they drop is garbage, so avoid those if you can. Spiritual Warriors, barely done any of those. Kurask, that's another one of those Slayer cave monsters you want to avoid. I've only killed 13 skeletal wyverns, and I actually killed, I think, 12 of them on stream the other day, which means I'd only killed one before, and I had only killed that one for the Achievement Diaries. Alright, so here's the high-level stuff now. 5.7k gargoyles, 3.6k necreals. Necreals kind of suck. Take a lot of damage on that task, even if with high defense and an SGS. You need food. 4k spiritual mages. That's good for deboots drops, even though those are like dirt cheap now. And the biggest number, luckily, Abyssal Demons, it's not a very uncommon task from Neve. Always good to do that. Whip drops are always a good thing, although I think I am still 5 tasks dry. But yeah, love Abyssal Demons. Almost 2k Kraken. Just started doing Dark Beasts, so I did a full task of Dark Beasts finally, which is why I have over 100. And Smoke Devils, I'm doing that increasingly lately, although I've been doing the boss, so it's taking quite some time. Still hoping for that pet drop from the Smoke Devil, and I have the Ring of Wealth out so we can check my boss log as well. Ooh, I've only killed 4 Kriara in old school apparently. 12 Zilliana, 55 for Bandos, and 4 for Zami. I have not done very much God Wars. And DKs, I used to duo with a buddy of mine who doesn't play anymore, so I've killed 50-something of each. So it's not terrible, but it's not good either. Giant Mole, I've killed 35. I've had the shield that can locate the Giant Mole for ages, but it's just so boring in my opinion. Calphite Queen, only 32, but that was enough for me to get the Calphite Queen head needed for the diaries, so I stopped. KBD, I killed him a lot back in the day when I was younger, because I thought he was actually fun back then, but now I realize he's very boring. Ooh, 3 Callisto, 1 Venenatis, no Vedion, 1 Chaos Elemental, obviously Diaries, no Chaos Fanatic, Crazy Archaeologist, Scorpia. Which is crazy, because I've camped Scorpia with friends before, but apparently I never actually got the kill, or the boss log came out after I did all this stuff. There's the proof that my 2 Guthan Spears actually did come in within 28 or 29 chests. That's all I've had in old school, is 2 Guthan Spears in 29 chests of barrows and nothing else. And I actually have a command on my Twitch stream showing the Gayazos of them, and it's legit. It's all I've had. Super lucky at barrows. Like I said, I went to Corp Beast for the first time, and I ended up getting 16 of the kills, so that was good. I've killed 510 Zulra, 6 Jads since the counter came out, although that counter hasn't been out very long. 220 Kraken. Wait, what? That's it? That's not right. That counter must have come out not too long ago as well, because my counter on the Slayer helmet said almost 2,000 Kraken, and I always do the boss, so that's I've done 10 times that. That's probably accurate. 362 of the Smoke Devil boss now, and 137 Cerberus. Haven't killed the Sire even once, because the boss looks terrible to me and I don't want to put in the time, but I'm going to have to at some point probably. But yeah, 137 Cerberus kills. Think about that, and look at this tab. 137 for these drops, and I've had 2 Smoldering Stones. So I've been really super lucky in old school, particularly since I've also had a Visage and other stuff. Alright, anyway, this clip is running way long. I just wanted to go over where I'm at with Slayer kills and boss kills, and we can maybe take a look back at it when I get closer to 99 Slayer. Alright, so I just finished my Thermonuclear Smoke Devil task, which I got
kind of ages ago now, before I did Corp. Finally finished this stupid task, and nothing good really from this task at all. The drops are all very normal, nothing exciting, but 565 tasks in a row, and I didn't bring my Slayer ring, that's right, because I've been making a habit of going to Clan Wars to regain stats and then back to the Gnome Stronghold. So let us go grab a ring, and then we will get a new task. So please enjoy the silence while I walk and then teleport. Well, I misclick. I guess it's not silent because there's clicking, but... Alright, new task. Greater Demons, that's not bad at all. With a cannon, that'll go pretty quickly, so I will definitely do that. Hello. So, I have not been awake long, so please forgive the voice, of course. I just completed my Abbey Demons task. That is now 6 tasks that I am dry of a whip drop. 567 tasks in a row. Currently sitting at 721k to 96 Slayer. Let us go and get a new task. Alright, Kraken please. Nope, Fire Giants. Those are super common, but you can't pass them up, so Fire Giants. Yes, I know this video is already on the long side. It won't be running too much longer, I don't think, this episode, but I wanted to end off on something that wasn't just me talking for 6 straight minutes, so I will see you for another couple clips probably. Alright, I just noticed and remembered as I was stopping that recording that I did get a hard clue scroll from the Abbey Demon task, so I'm going to go do that and then see what we can get for a reward. Well, that's about what I expected. That's a normal, I mean, not terrible, but kind of junk clue reward. Sharks are useful with all the bossing I've been doing lately. And then rune stuff, blood runes, that's not bad. 278 hard treasure trails completed since the counter. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I said I wanted to end this episode on something a little bit more interesting than me just talking for 6 minutes, and instead I'm going to be ending it on something that's equally boring, but it's still an update. I did just make a bunch of potions with herbs that I had sitting in my bank, made more super energies and stamina pots, just made a bunch more super defenses with the cadentines and whiteberry drop I got. So, I mean, there's no real point to holding on to the whiteberries drop for the Slayer tab when I can just use it for supplies, because they're barely worth anything anyway. Similarly, I sold my desert goat horns because they're worth almost nothing. And now, before I get back into Slayer, I am going to be doing another farm run, and you know what that means. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me for this part. This has been part x+5 of my old school RuneScape progress series. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so glad that you guys like the series and are watching it. This is obviously the series that gets the most views on my channel out of everything. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I think we've been making a lot of really good progress the last couple episodes. So, I mean, obviously a lot of that is that I'm actually playing the game consistently again, which makes a huge difference. But, you know, had some good streams, had some good moments on recordings, had some good drops from Slayer monsters. And as you can see, I'm here doing my Fire Giants task. So I'm assuming that we'll pick up with some Slayer immediately in part X+6, so I hope to see you then. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.